Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Bricks. This is number 253, and I already knocked on wood. I'm hoping to make it this whole week. I did some technical stuff today, so we'll see. I am Reed. I am an inspirational specialist, but I'm also an ice bear fanatic.
Yes.
And I will show off some stuff here in a little bit, but we'll kind of just go around the horn. Jesse.
Jesse's Brick Galaxy / Dungeon Master. I like superhero stuff. I got some buildings to show off and prepping for the gameplay for Critical Role, Critical Bricks tonight.
Well, I'm Ralph, and I'm a city builder, train builder, technic builder, robot builder. That's me. And currently, I am working on a collaboration project with Reed to take over Nebraska. To show off Chima in Nebraska. And what you will see from me on my other camera here before too long is my Crocagator headquarters, which is what I'm working on right now in the area around it.
Cool.
Man, I wish I had the time to join you guys with the Chima stuff.
Yeah, it should be pretty entertaining. I mean, I actually just, in the distance over here, you can kind of see a bit. He wanted me to build some stuff, so I found a bunch of my dimension kits and built from the Krager dimension kit had what looks like it'll be a jet ski. So I built 14 or 15 that we'll be taking to Omaha. And then, of course, this is more or less for Chicago, but right now since it's going to Omaha first, it has Crocs and it has bears. It is kind of a big band type setup. And, if I can get this going here, this actually does have some special stuff that goes along with it. It does have light because it is a dance floor. Now, the lighting won't be technically the Roaring 20s circa lighting. It'll be more disco-ish 1970s, but that's okay. Hopefully in the dark, no one's going to pay attention to that kind of stuff. But this one does have about 120 different permeations of different chasing effects, and so it doesn't show up well on camera. So if nothing else, show up at either Omaha or Chicago if you want to see it working really well. So because you'll be able to see it in person. Even if it's not in the dark, you'll be able to see this. This will be pretty cool. So, but that's kind of what I worked on. I built this all in one night, which is kind of quite humorous. I've been working on all kinds of stuff, but pretty cool. So I've got big band items. And then, of course, the other thing, yes, I do buy other stuff. I didn't really want to buy the whole figure from AliExpress, but I needed something that went with the figure. So I bought, actually, I'll put it on this camera. I bought some of the soldiers. And the reason I bought the soldiers is actually, you know what? They must be like $5. The cheapest for Lego is they have the bagpipes. And so the bagpipes for these 10 guys, I got 10 guys for $11. The bagpipes, soldier dollar bagpipes. So I think the ones on Lego cheapest are probably $3, $4, $5. So bought 10 of these guys. Soldiers probably will still stay hidden somewhere and won't make it to any of the big Lego conventions because, I guess they aren't really Lego figs, but the accessories might make it. So, sorry, guys.
Hi to the chat. We got Johnny G checking in first.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Johnny G, Mark Sergil. We got Bricklock. Hello. And Haley's here.
Haley's here. Yeah. Saw that.
I hope you're good. I made a big purchase.
Yeah, I see that.
Over here, got the big Rivendell set. So I don't know when I'm going to dig into that, but I got the freebie. That proves I got it.
Is that it's only available with Rivendell, huh?
I got the old one.
Yeah, I got the old one somewhere too.
Council. So yeah, this
can't find myself to sell the old one.
6,000 pieces. This bad boy. This is gonna be fun to build.
I was going to say, being that they're higher priced items, I mean, I probably should have a couple years to be able to save up to get that if I really wanted it, but
That's just too much money.
it is a lot of money. I mean, if they brought back a castle theme, I probably wouldn't be so inclined to build something like that. If they brought back more castles or some battle packs, I mean, well, I don't really need battle packs because of my army, but in the end, I mean, when I say battle packs, I'm like for everybody else because I mean, with Ralph and I teaming up, I mean, that's 1,500 Chima figs or more. I mean, you know what? I mean, I don't know how many guys other than that one guy that posts that huge pic on YouTube that has probably 20,000 guys. I mean, he's probably about the only guy that would, that I know of for sure that would have a field day with our guys. But in terms of kind of how that kind of really makes me kind of feel is 2012, my first Brick World Chicago, the Campbell brothers, who were my inspiration to start building castle, had a castle at each end of their table, and they had 1,200 guys in between their castles. Wow. I'm like, this is pretty amazing. And that, I mean, I wanted to build a castle to be kind of with theirs. But plates didn't work real well to make them where you could just slide them in and like they did. Theirs just kind of pulled apart. But theirs was pretty cool. But the only kind of wild thing is that theme that year was the end of the world. And they had 1,200 guys. The only thing they were missing was one guy in the middle with his looking to the sky with pointing his minifig hand up and have a meteor right there going, guys, you guys are fighting for all this land and it's going to be over in a second. That's all they were missing. If they were missing that, that would have been awesome for theme incorporation because you'd be just like, yep. You guys are the rest of you guys are crazy because it's all going to be done. We're going to be like the dinosaurs here in a few seconds. But yeah, cool stuff. So they were the motivation behind me. And I haven't seen them. I think I've seen one of the brothers at one of the Brick Worlds, but I don't think he was displaying. I think he was just there. So who knows? Maybe they'll come back at some point and be part of one of my collabs in the future. We'll see. Jesse, what do you got there, buddy? It looks like you got some. I'm
working on the top still, but this is my Baxter building. Looks really detailed on the bottom there. And inside I can put a light. I'm gonna still redo all this. This is just prototype stuff, but this should light up. We had the Fantastic Four Baxter building all lit up.
Nice.
I'll have to work on that. I want to get lights there and down below, but I don't have only have like a little prototype light thing. So actually, I have to rebuild this with there's one layer of light bricks. You got to get the dark blue in there, so this will be rebuilt, and then I'll finish the top.
Looks good.
Also did the Daily Bugle. This is all micropolis scale, so you see the little cars here and the little street on this block. 6-story building is still pretty tall, but that's the way it looks. The way I mocked one up looks like this. So I just copied my mock right down to the water tower on top. And the fire escape. Fire escape.
Very cool.
Nice.
So I'll sit next to that. I'm going to make 4 different buildings sitting on a block here so that this one can go next to this one, and you plug them in so the streets match up. And I'll have 4 more, so I got a whole block. So, yeah, nice. That's looking pretty good. Thanks.
Good evening, Steve. Hey, Jude. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Big time. It's like the 25th anniversary or something of Micropolis, which was modularized by our TwinLUG up here in Minneapolis. So I'm going to try to do a big Micropolis this year.
Oh, is that might be kind of something that you guys might have at Chicago then possibly, something like that?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have like our group collaboration is going to be a Micropolis.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool. That'd be neat. That's always good. I mean, the collabs are kind of the fun thing. I mean, I'm starting to get into that where I'm kind of really enjoying collabing. Hey, Haley, how's it going?
Hello. How are y'all doing?
Look at that. It says Haley Bricks, but it's got Hoosier Bricks Live. Wow, that must be the new.
I'm trying to make it easy for him.
You know, that must be is that going to be the new convention somewhere in the middle? You know, of the country, Hoosier Bricks Live. You know.
Shit, we do need, man. It'd be a good idea to have a Hoosier Bricks live show where he doesn't show up for his own show. Yeah.
Right.
But just make sure you don't put it in Indiana. Make it a little bit harder for him to get to. You know, put it somewhere, you know, Kansas, Arkansas, somewhere, you know, just somewhere where he's got to drive a little bit to get there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe closer, put it closer so it's closer for you. So you don't have to drive as far as, you know, Chicago or Salt Lake or
shit. No matter which way I go, it can be in the middle of the country. It's still going to take me 12 plus hours. So I've just accepted it that if I want to go to a show, I got to drive far, and it's just it's a way of life now. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. As long as you keep building awesome stuff, it won't really matter. Well, we'll be used to just going, okay, well, we want to see it. We gotta go find out where she's at. So.
I know. I could just say, you know what? I'm just not going to leave the state of Texas and only do Texas shows because
Yeah, it's hard to bring train layouts anywhere. I stopped doing that with our group. We just have a permanent display in Minnesota and haven't really taken the trains on the road.
Yeah. So get it? Shoot, even the TBRR. I talked to them and asked them if they were going to Chicago next year or I guess this year now, and so I guess they were up in the air, but it's like, shoot, it's I don't know, it takes a lot, especially large layouts. Like unless you have a crew with you, it's rough.
Well, I think the other thing too is, I mean, the Chicago space is starting to fill pretty quick too. I mean, I know the deadline for the show is like April. I think we just submitted ours now for the group. I put mine in and I asked for the same amount of space. It should be good. I mean, I'm right next to somebody this year. So, I mean, with tables. So it should be interesting to see if I can still get the canopy up the way I had it last year. So that's why I was kind of trying to find out one of the other castle guys in Wisconsin if he was bringing a castle, because he might have something on the edge of his castle that might look really nice under black light, but I haven't heard back from him. So, but so other than that, I mean, this is my creation, Haley. You probably don't know if you saw it. This is the beautiful thing. Actually, I should probably put myself big screen when I did that. But this is the bands. This is the thing for more or less Chicago, but I'll take it to Omaha too. I might change it up a little bit, but so this will be like your big band / dance floor stuff. So I still need to get more instruments and whatnot, and then of course it does have lights, which is pretty cool. I mean, obviously I didn't have it on big screen before. Maybe big screen it'll actually light up a little bit better. Well, probably I guess maybe not. So, but
it's visible.
Yeah,
I mean, color's washed out, but
it's different patterns and stuff. So
refract off the black, and you can tell what color it is.
Oh, is that what it is? Let's see if I can go higher. So, plus it's a clear base plate too. So in the end, it's going to be just really tough to see in person or like that. So, but in the end, we'll just go and turn it off. And so, I mean, it's got the clear base plates, which is actually kind of nice. So, I mean, it's nice having a few of those, but they are very expensive. So Lego, bring back the mosaics again, please. Or bring back something that will use clear
those
base
parts.
plates. Yeah, the clear base plates are nice. I mean, you wouldn't need probably a gray size. Oh, what'd you get there, Jesse?
I got this over a month ago, and I think I came home with a little COVID. So this has been on quarantine for a while. And I'm going to chance it and
sort
wash
it.
my hands later and sort this back through those parts.
Just spray it down with some good Lysol real quick. The Lysol just, evaporate, you'll be fine.
Well, it's supposed to die on its own if you just leave it alone for a couple of days.
Look what we got. We got some gator stuff, some Crocs. Look at that. Yeah, so this should be fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to Chicago a lot. So you're on the big screen, Ralph, and you're muted, but you're on the big screen. So I mean, what's wild about this is I never knew Ralph had as many Crocs as he did until we started talking about this collab, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got all these." I'm like, whoa. I actually did find some cases, Ralph. I'm actually going to probably at least do the case for the Badgers, and I am going to cut a dark bluish gray base plate to make it fit. I think those are the ones I have the most extras of. They don't, stay hidden. So,
Reed, you started a movement.
What? What's my movement? Painting stuff or what? Or
bought a storage unit and moving all the Lego over there.
What? Well, is it a storage unit or is it something a little bit better? Mine's a commercial. Mine's not really technically a storage unit. It's more or less part of a commercial building. So there's businesses around me and stuff. So it's got lighting.
I didn't go that route, but no.
Well, I mean, in the end, the storage stuff, you got to be careful. Hopefully you moved it in like U-Haul boxes, stuff like that, because those are the places I hear horror stories of. So you just got to be careful. Make sure you don't tell anybody where it's at. That kind of thing. I mean, mine stayed. I think there's only about 4 people in my lug that know where it is, and they're people who I trust. So, but yeah, because and this one's nice, huh?
I'm not worried about it. It's been over there. Now I bought shelves for it, so now it's nice and organized. I just got to go over there and redo a couple of the totes. But
the one thing I would say is as you're looking for because I don't know how much you're paying for the storage, but sometimes if you have like the commercial building, sometimes if it has just the small door and it doesn't have the overhead door, that's what mine was a good deal because it didn't have like an overhead door in the commercial. So it's, it's not great to get into if you have lots of big stuff, but in the end, it's something that anybody who wants a storage usually wants that big overhead door. So if you look for something like that, you never know, you might stumble upon something where somebody's like, yeah, I'm having a dickens of time renting. And if you don't have to carry anything bigger than probably 36 inches wide, I mean, that's something to kind of look at too. And that, because those are the ones that you can get the electric and the heat and the lights and all that stuff. So just something to think about in the future if you're really going to go gangbusters on having a really nice place to kind of, store. And if you also want to build and whatnot there. So
shoot. Yeah. If I go that route, I'll be doing something different at that point, but no, we were just laughing because I was moving past couple of days, moving everything. And then I took the shelves over there to set them up today and redo it. And I just started laughing. I just thought about you. I was just like, gosh, darn it.
Yeah.
I'm not at your size level. Like because I can at least still have one room, the build room here, but yeah, the show containers, everything is getting moved out. So,
yeah, I mean, technically, if my mom would give me half of the basement down here, I could probably go back to an old storage and have stuff here. I mean, if I had like just a standard storage with just the sets and all my miscellaneous crap and whatnot that really doesn't need it. But I love having that really big build table in there. That's what made that worthwhile. Because people would say, storage technically storage is cheap or expensive depending on what you get. And I had a 10 by, or it was either I think it was a 10 by 30 at the end. And if it hadn't been for moisture on any of the last couple, I probably would have stayed there. I probably wouldn't even been looking. But once the moisture started creeping in there because they didn't have it landscaped correctly, it was like, boxes are warping and stuff. I can't be having my sets decreasing value at 10% every 6 months because I got moisture in there. So, but yeah, it's, you know, as long as you do your due diligence. I mean, generally, I mean, there's, you know, everybody needs space. I mean, they're building storage units like crazy. So obviously people have more stuff than they can put in their houses or their apartments. So,
yep. I mean, shoot,
Yeah.
I know from the pipe busting and flooding the house almost 2 years ago now. Like, shit, I cleaned, like, between me and my mom, we decluttered like everything because we had to empty the whole house out and redo it room by room. And it's like, so you call it, my mom called it her COVID spring cleaning because she didn't get to do that while everyone was stuck at home because she works at a hospital. So, but
I mean, that makes sense too, because you're right. I mean, I do have water technically in the building in sprinkler pipes, and that's why there's heat to keep those from busting. So in the end, I mean, having a storage unit, you're right. You don't have to deal with that unless you get freaky weather where you get 20 feet of snow and the roof caves in. But I mean, in that case, I mean, you know, that would be, you know, crazy. But where you're at, that'd be crazy. But in the end, it's just making sure stuff's off the floor and everything else. Like, I mean, I've been putting a lot of my stuff slowly over time, at least on pallets. So at least everything's kind of, anything that's like cardboard and stuff like that's off the ground, just in case anything happens. Because I mean, in the end, my one side is above ground, but the other sides that go to the businesses and stuff, I mean, stuff could come in that way, and then I would be foobarred. So in the end, I kind of, just for state of mind, you know, it's always kind of nice to have stuff off the floor. You just never know. I mean, so
shoot, because I got rid of pretty much any cardboard boxes. There's like none of the sets are in cardboard, and any of the actual sets that I have sealed, I've wrapped them up and as best I could inside the containers, just as an extra, just in case. But yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes over there. Should be interesting.
oh, he's there. I added him.
Oh, TJ.
How's it going, TJ? He added himself. I forget.
Yeah.
He could do that.
I added myself, then Reed added me, which D added me, and then I re-added me again.
What's up, TJ?
I could have used you the other day because I was going through all my Ninjago figs to get rid of. And I was like running into, it's like, who the crap is this guy? Who the crap is this guy?
Are there any Nindroids in there?
Say again?
Nindroids? Are there any of those?
Is that from the cyber themed one?
Yeah, let me get one.
Actually, Haley, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, because you haven't been on our stream, just so that people know who the legendary Haley Bricks is. Oh, there we go. There's an Android.
Yeah, one of these guys.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of those.
Ooh. I'm trying to build the army.
Oh yeah, because I got them all individually labeled, and I'm typing them into a spreadsheet right now. So once I get that, because I know Chop asked for my list once I get done of which ones I'm getting rid of. So yeah, before I get rid of any of them, I'll give you a heads up.
You know what? TJ and Chop can arm wrestle at Chicago. Just send the figs to me, and I'll say whoever won the arm wrestle will get the figs that, you know, are they both have to have. So, you know, I think that works fair. So, so Haley, tell everybody on Friday Night Bricks a little bit about who you are and what you like to build.
Oh shoot! Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a Lego addict. It's been 0 days since I've bought a Lego set. All right.
I like that.
Shoot. I know right now I'm building. I know I'm more concentrated on this Back to the Future layout. I've done the 1955 version, and I'm currently trying to get started and working on the next section, which is the Western. And I know after that I'll be completely done with the whole layout, and probably get toured at least once, a few more times, and then I'll retire it. But shoot, no, I build a bunch of different things and different. I really enjoy mosaics. I think that's going to be my new fascination right now, because I'm working on one, or gathering the parts to work on it.
Yeah, takes a lot of parts. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah,
very
working on a big one right now.
Shoot, and man, it's a lot of them on the folks on the Instagram. They're like, phew. Some of these folks can come up with really beautiful ones. But
Right.
I do love dinosaurs. I have a slight dinosaur obsession. Shoot.
That's enough if you want. That's good.
Yeah,
We're good.
that's all I can think of.
That's fine. Well, TJ's back, and TJ looks like he's been building something, and he looks.
Well, no, this is something that's been up for a while. This is the Legacy Ultrasonic Radar. I'm actually taking this apart to put into storage because it looks great like this, but when it's separated, because it can separate into 4 different vehicles, it's terrible.
Is that a Star Wars? Is that an X-wing cockpit in the front?
Yeah, there's 2 of them here. One's just reversed. So you have like this flyer, but this isn't all that great.
Cool.
This is probably the best out of the 4 separated vehicles. These
Go,
2
go,
tread
Power
things
Rangers.
separate off on the side, and they just have this really small wheel that looks really awkward. And then when this bike is like this on its own, it can't stand up straight. It always falls over. And it's also like really loose as well. So it's coming apart to go into storage.
Welcome, Nikki.
A bin of storage.
Yeah, Nikki.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens.
Have a bag for it.
There you
It's
go.
not permanent, unlike some other Ninjago sets that I've
Make sure you wrap. Just put the windshields in separate. Keep them separated.
Yeah.
It's the only bad part about the windshields. I'm always cautious about throwing them in a set. I always have to put windows and windshields in their own little bags.
Oh, I'm supposed to do that? Dang it.
I try to.
Well, I mean, I was playing with underneath my dance floor. I originally started with the original 1x2x2 windows without the supports.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I ended up going with, because I had a bag of them sitting on my build table that I have probably 400 or 500 of them. So I have those in there pushing each subsequent LED cable against it to get them all to make room. And then that's why I put the little stage above the top, because I got the other end of the lighting where if I wanted to add it to something else stuck in the middle, but there's wiring that kind of comes out like over here and then goes, actually there's a section of just wires right along the one edge here that comes out at the bottom. So kind of, we'll see. I might have to see if they make a longer power cable extension or something, just for certain shows. Sometimes they're kind of nitpicky about how extension cords are used per se. So I don't have to worry about the black lights because they had a longer power extension, so they were perfect for that. So my canopy is always good. The only thing I got to hunt down, if anybody knows anything about it, is need to find something that maybe works with the canopies, like almost like maybe a laundry pole or something. Because I got a guy here coming from Colorado that might have to hang some air vehicles, some Croc air vehicles, because they won't have enough landing space on the layout, even at 4 tables. So got to figure out how to make that work. So, but just trying to knock stuff out. I have about just under 30 Badgers that have to get painted. The dance floors technically could be done, but it needs probably at least some tables. You need to make some tables for people. If you remember movies like Rocketeer and stuff, there's always people sitting around kind of the dance floor.
Reed,
Yeah.
I actually have a solution for the hanging of ice bears. I mean, of the crocodile aircraft. Actually, the solution comes from school. My wife has these canvas backdrops that are made out of PCB pipe, and I can cut them down and put them underneath the canopy, and they have their own stands.
Okay.
So I will be bringing that along, as well as a hacksaw to cut them to fit.
Well, there's a 10-foot canopy, so you can pretty much guarantee that it's 10 feet by 10 feet. So,
well, these canvas backdrops, I think, were 12 feet tall originally. They're still 12 feet tall. But yeah, so I have that solution in place because all I have to do is cut the side pipes to the length that I need to get the height that we want, and we can angle them pretty well anywhere we want. So we'll have that as a solution to the problem.
So I use a white Sharpie oil. It's an oil based. I mean, I think that's really the only. And then I have just the standard black Sharpies. But these you get to hobby stores. I mean, I think I got 2 white ones. It's just sometimes you really got to shake it. It takes a little bit to kind of get them out. I mean, the one thing I've noticed is it can't be like a normal marker or something where you can work at different angles. You got to really work, top down. So you got to, it's entertaining. I mean, but Ralph, you got a little bit of that Croc Village. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the
this thing over here?
Yeah, that thing over there, whatever that is. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Croc headquarters back over here. It's I don't remember what set number, but it's been expanded. And then it has a little bit of a swamp moat going around it towards the back on both sides. See that blue space? And then over here, I don't know how well it shows up, but this is a Speedor's mud track that goes from the front here all the way back towards back. And there's only 2 Mills modules finished for that right now. But this is just a small portion of the display. This is what I'm working on right now, is getting the foliage in place. And this is going to be kind of dizzying, but I'm kind of doing this to someone else's benefit.
Wow.
And way over there, you'll see that harbor crane. That's 1/3 of the Croc display right there. And it's 2 of the Croc boats, giant crocodile back in there, and some other stuff you can probably just barely see. So all that is paired up with this. And that's only a small portion of it. Because of its size, it's a little hard to have together in one place. So that
not everybody.
Yeah, sorry, Reed. Go ahead.
Not everybody has a giant build table like me, huh?
Well, I had one, but I bought this new desk that I'm sitting at, and it now occupies the space for what was formerly known as Ralph's build table, which was 6 feet by 6 feet, which would have been perfect for this. But no, I bought a new desk and put that there instead.
Yeah, sacrifices. That's fine. That's cool. It works.
Well, it's a sacrifice that right now I regret. Let me tell you.
Well, I mean, it looks good. And so we'll be golden. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, if you run out of, if you have a lot of forest area and need more trees, let me know. I can build more trees too.
Oh no, one of the things that COVID did was put a lot of my displays into storage. And the last couple of weeks, I have been slowly pulling them out. So I have, Reed, you probably remember my Arctic display.
Yeah.
Found that in storage. I found an entire medieval castle in storage, along with an army that I had forgotten. I haven't even figured out how large that is yet because I got this Croc thing to build. And I found my old train layout down there, which included, I've got trees. And I've actually, like tonight, I am taking the trees apart, dusting them off, and they are slowly being added to the little headquarters back here. In fact, these 4 trees you see right here are from the castle display. So, but things collect a little bit of dust in the basement, so I'm removing the dust and putting the trees back together.
Trees.
Must have trees.
I like your Mills plate in the terrain. The terrain building is always fascinating to see. Oh, I see it mounted in the back too. Oh.
Is the mountain part of the layout, or is that part of your city?
That's part of the city from the remodel, because I have these. Yeah, not everybody knows this, but I had 2 chimneys removed and 2 what are those things? Skylights put in. So that mountain is not part of this display. That mountain normally would belong, and I'm going to prick up my camera again. Sorry for those of you who get seasick. That mountain used to belong over in front of the Unimog there at the end of this bench. So all of this used to be a giant city display. And my hands got in the way. So all of that all the way over there. So I started rebuilding the city there. There's one of my skylights that I put in. There's another skylight I put in. But that all used to be a city display. So when Reed said, hey, when we started talking about this collab, it was like, I had to put all the city together, but you know what? I got all this space I can use right now. And so my city stuff is, probably shouldn't show this. My city stuff is right here. Oh,
that's okay. Hoosier's not here to cry. Don't worry about it. We're fine.
Okay. So this is where the city stuff went. And then the guest room downstairs has more of it sitting in crates. So eventually it will all end up where the Crocs are sitting.
That's fine. Crocs have they have the area right now. They'll maybe give it up at some point, you know.
It's okay.
Well, that's part of the problem. The Crocs don't give up much. So
At least I like your room though, because you could easily put the tables up against the wall and still be able to walk.
Oh yeah.
Around.
There's a center staircase that I walk around. It's a big horseshoe shaped room.
Yep.
But unfortunately, it was just overdue in regards to getting the skylights put in, because otherwise this is like living in a cave, except you're living on the cave at the second floor of your house. And the chimneys, they were defunct and pumping out more heat than my furnace could actually produce, because they were just simply big, giant cold air draft holes.
Yeah. Now, my first, where my city used to be, like its first layout, had a room. It was like a room like that because it was like a half unfinished attic.
Yeah.
I had I had the horseshoe thing, and I had the trains going all the way around. But it just.
Well, the city that I had up here, I actually had 3 independent train loops in it. And they were all interconnected. So there was one big outside loop and then 3 inside loops. And I use a lot of electronics, so I can run the trains independently. So I'm kind of impatiently waiting to be able to put the city back.
Nice.
So I just like powering stuff. But it'll get there at some point.
This is like open air. This is going to be the main kind of part of the castle. So this is kind of what I'm working on. So coming. So it's going to overhang a little bit of the jewel mining type area, but using some of the windows. So willow tree there in the foreground. So it's coming. It's coming. It should be pretty. It should be at least decent. I mean, it's not going to be as good as some of these true, expert castle builders. Hey Zizu, welcome. But
Zizu.
Hi Zizu.
So I was thinking of maybe trying to hinge it, open it, but I don't know if that's going to work because in the end, what makes this really wild is this back wall and the front wall are just self-standing because in the end they're between this section and this section, and so there's no like, front to back things holding it in place. So it's pretty fragile. So, but it's for the humies. It doesn't have to be masterful. It's not going to be as good as the Crocs, and it's not going to be as good as the Ice Bears, and it's only going to be home for the humans for Omaha. Because come Chicago, they're all going to get slaughtered by orcs, and it's going to get overrun anyway. So it's
So they only need a temporary home.
I probably just need to. I'll have to gut a bunch of the walls anyways after Chicago, make it look like it just got pulverized by all the trebuchets the orcs have and everything. So should be fun. I need to talk to Michael and see what he's doing for Milwaukee, because I think he's doing something in Milwaukee. Maybe he can sail the ships from Milwaukee. I think he's going to do a sailing ship battle type thing, which means cool. He just needs to put a couple ships of orcs, and our story this year will just flow smoothly through all the conventions from Milwaukee to Omaha to Chicago, and then whatever comes after that. Maybe something. Maybe I'll have to take a trip to Texas or Colorado. Except I think the only one in Colorado is at the during the blacked out times of November for me. After taking about 3 weeks off, I don't know if my boss is really going to want to give me any more time off. So, but fun stuff. So I don't know, guys. I haven't really built much tonight, so sorry. I have to build the dragon or two. And I think Ralph, I don't know if I'm gonna actually order the parts for the mechs for Omaha. I think I might wait and say the Ice Bears learned from the Crocs in their meeting in their joint operation that technology stealing, something we need to take part in, and then work our way.
Just remember the Crocs are not technologically advanced. They don't make their own stuff. They're scavengers. They steal it from everyone else or borrow it.
Yeah.
So I got a care package today for more Croc building.
Oh man, where'd it come? Well, I put your address on the top there, but where'd it come from?
It's a post office box. It doesn't matter.
I got one too. Where'd it come from? Overseas or within the U.S.?
No, this one came from the U.S. This actually came from. It's going to be a shameless plug. Not sure if I should do this.
Go ahead.
But oddly, Bricks on the Dollar.
Oh, Clay. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy. I just don't normally order from him. It just so happened when I listed all my parts for the Swamp Ski-Doos building, he happened to have enough of them for me to put 15 of them together.
More of what I just built the other night? More of those?
Well, heck yeah. Why not?
Wow.
I got all that blue plate.
We'll see. Might have to shrink down my white to make more room for more water. You never know. Luckily, mine is kind of, that or rather than have maybe with the dance floor being elevated as high as it is, I might have to just have that just be right next to the water, and it'll be just like a dock, like place for the you just come by jet ski or canoe or. I'm not sure something.
And then I have another care package coming, which will be all sorts of blacklight illuminating parts.
I got some of those, and so I actually I found those. I found like the little staff piece with so I've got that arrowhead, so I gotta figure that out. But I have those.
Well, what I discovered is I have a whole bunch of parts. We just not enough to make it look good.
Yeah.
And so I got a couple little blacklight flashlights and started figuring out, hey, I can turn some of these swamp plants into something that's got yellow, red, or orange on it. That look pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anything that's got probably. I wonder if I have. Well, some of even the trans blue stuff is actually pretty good these days. You'll see some of the water will have a nice twinge to it. I am going to open up this since I found it. What's funny is I find this at Bricks and Minifigs, and of course I pay $2, I think, more than what it goes for in the store. And then of course I go to hit the Walmart the other day, and of course they have them on the shelf. I'm like, oh man, I guess I just need to wait, but that's okay. So I grabbed a couple more, so I'll have some otters or stuff to sit in my city boxes that'll just collect dust and will be worth money in years to come. Yeah. But needed some otters. Gotta have some otters.
I like the otters. I bought a few of them. I don't know if they'll come back or not. So can I have a rule with it? If it's wildlife, buy a few of them and have them handy.
And once you see my bin of animals that I have, you'll be like, oh my god! You know, they'll make their way in there somewhere. We'll sneak them all over the landscape. So, I'll build it. What the heck? I can build it and take it apart. It's just a tree. Maybe it'll be a swamp tree. Actually, I need to. Actually, what's funny is that I think I was out there. Were you doing it the year that we did all the log tiles? Like the 2x2 and the 1x1 log tiles. Did you get any of that year? That one year we did that. I thought it was out.
No, I don't. I didn't get it. Well, no, I got some, but I didn't get a huge quantity.
Okay, because if nothing else, too, if you need downed limbs, let me know what you're going to look at, because I got a boatload of them. These are probably new. I don't think these are as nice as what the other ones were, unless they're the same one.
Yeah. Well, so far I'm actually done pretty well with the swamp, and I've gone through my entire foliage collection now that I've found a few displays that were in storage since before COVID.
Yeah.
I'm just recycling parts at this point because some of those displays aren't going to ever go back out and be put back together.
No, I think, yeah.
I got an entire train show display that is not on Mills modules, and it's like, boy, it's going to be more work to tear down and put on Mills modules than it is just to tear it down and rebuild from scratch.
Start over.
Yep.
Start over is best.
We're starting over at our train museum.
Was that the pictures of the yard or whatever that you were kind of?
Yeah, we laid out 3 tables with just a train yard area. So that'll be the first part we start constructing, so we can move the trains over there and have some sidings all loaded up.
Nice. I'm kind of shocked that we're still getting rubber tires after seeing all those speed champions with all those plastic tires. Kind of shocked we got
plastic tires. What is this?
Well, you didn't see a lot of the speed champions. Some of them had plastic tires, I thought, last year. I don't know. I haven't built the new ones. Actually, I don't even have one. I had bought that Pagani or whatever. I bought that recently. And that was, I think, everybody joked about March 1st. I mean, I think I only bought that in one of the stores. Now, I was in one of the Walmarts and saw the X-Wing collie bag on sale at $2. I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy a bunch of those. Might have to send off a donation to the Children's Hospital before I leave town for that show. And then what else did I see? I bought 2 of the otter sets full price, and then they had 2 of the video boxes. Was it maybe the Unicorn Girl or something for like $5? I was like, I'll take those for $5. I mean, I wasn't gonna pay $15, so I've got a bunch of that stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, there's right now they've got the one of the Walmarts. They got the what's the friend set that's got the slanted town? Is that like their downtown or something?
Mm.
See, maybe I can find the picture. I took a picture of it. It was the no, that's the wrong one.
Shopping.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it's the downtown flower and design stores, like 2,000 parts. Right now, I mean, I think it was 160. Right now, at one of the Walmarts, they had it for $100. So, I mean,
Wow.
to me, I mean, I just can't afford to spend that kind of money on that stuff. I mean, it looks, I mean, and that's why I kind of talked to some of the guys I know that, you know, maybe part out and stuff. I mean, in the end, it sits on there. I mean, like I said, I bought the Unicorn Girls. I bought a bunch of the X-Wing Polybag has some of the parts I use in my Dragon remodels. So, plus, they might get parted for other parts. I'll have to look at them and see if I can use them for stuff.
There you go.
But in the end, I still always like to donate once in a while to the Children's Hospital. I haven't done it in a while. And so it's one of those things where I need to find out when I can start taking stuff again, because I like to just drop it off. I got my really cool boxes that I took the boxes and I took all the old catalogs and stuff, and I just make it look like it's a true, like a Lego that you can tell if you look at it closely, you can tell it's a Lego-ish type box. So you know, that or Mark, I mean, one of these years I want to get Ralph to Chicago. So if you could meet us, we can all meet there and do something. I mean, that's my new thing now is I want to do a collab every year. I mean, I'm not just playing my castle by itself anymore. It's now part of the collab or bust. So it's this year. I know it's with Chop and probably Michael Frederick. I don't know who else is part of that right now. Just the three of us right now. But between the three of us, I mean, we're still going to fill 4 tables of stuff. I mean, I can probably fill 2 by myself, but I kind of want to share. I mean, obviously, this is just a great plate. This guy, but we'll see. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, with the way that they're starting to fill up a lot of space, I do want to bring a lot of new stuff. So yeah. Let us know, Mark. I mean, we can plan farther out. It can be 2024, 2025. I mean, however you want to do it. I mean, if you know, I'm game. I mean, it probably will be something medieval, most likely, because I got castle. Probably won't do city. Sorry, but see how that goes. So I'm just gonna build this set. So Haley, so what did you say you bought something recently?
Yeah, I rescued some green dragons and little night girls at Target today, because they had like an overabundance of those holiday figs.
Which ones are the holiday figs?
The one that had the turkey and the snowman, and not January 1st one, but I think was it September last year fig.
Okay.
But it had a green dragon suit guy, and then had a little night girl.
Okay.
That had the classic yellow castle torso and shield.
Now, are these CMFs or are they something?
No, they're CMFs.
Oh, so the series before this with like, oh yeah, was that the night girl that was the one with had the trans purple stuff, or was it a different one? Am I thinking of a different series?
No, that's a different one.
Oh,
no,
okay.
It had the turkey and the snowman and the guy with the ship and.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Actually, I should be able to. You know, my computer now has more RAM, so I can now open stuff. So I don't have to always bother. You know, our resident encyclopedia TJ.
Oh, that reminds me. I still need the picture that Kevin drew of me last week.
Oh, okay. I'll get that to you. It's not going anywhere. It'll be here. Oh, okay, so I am brown. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. So let's see here. Oh, they got all the Disney ones in there already. Oh, geez. Oh, is he doing the year or something? Oh, yeah, that's 2023. Okay, that's not what let's see. We'll go for. We have to go 5.
So I made a few Bricklink orders the other day.
Man.
Yeah, mostly parts for the Ninjago mock, but I'm also finally completing that incomplete fire mech I got from Minifigs a year and a half ago. So those parts have just been in a bag for a while, and I'm finally getting around to completing it.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. Oh, Night Girl, yeah, and the Green Dragon. Really? How many of all that stuff did you find? Just a ton of them, or what? Were they on sale, Haley, or were they full price?
They were full price. I was trying to grab extra the little night ones.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one to have extras of. Yeah.
And then of course the dragon, because I really like the dragons. So
yeah, that one it says I got 4, but I know I got a lot more than 4 because I came across them and they're in a thing. The knights, it says I got 4 too. But I think I got more of that. I mean, I've been trying to get 2 of. Gosh, I hope I get another wolf. I was trying to get at least have 2 of everything. At least trying to. I did it in this one. That series I might have missed a bunch. Oh, I got to go back and look. I keep finding stuff. That's the problem. It's this build, this castle build, and this build, this dance build, has got me at least digging through stuff and then kind of throwing stuff into my rough sort bins, which is kind of good. I'm actually finding stuff. But I mean, in the end, and that's why I almost want to buy something from Lego and just kind of push it against it. Guys, you really, really should try to rethink how to do the grab bag again. Because in the end, a lot of my parts that I just dig and kind of find out and pull and use, a lot of the weird ones are from that stuff. I mean, just from the sense that it was just such a weird collaboration of stuff. It'd be kind of cool to have something like that to where you can get kids a chance to maybe build with pieces they might not normally see. City, put some, if you're going to do it. I mean, what I always say is it could be the bags, like the sealed bags. You just put them in a bag, like the sealed ones, and just put them in a bag. Now, granted, when they go to the paper ones, you won't be able to see anyways. You won't know what they are. But in the store, they would know, okay, this is a city. Let's take a city bag, take a friend's bag, let's take a Technic bag, and give a chance for kids to get all different kinds of parts that they might not buy normally, but it gives you a chance to try to build with. I think that would be kind of a neat thing to try to reincorporate rather than just recycling all the parts. I mean, you're going to get damaged bags, so you just open them, recycle them. But sealed ones, I mean, that's a way to bring it back and teach kids a lot about parts they might not see. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm talking to a wall sometimes, but hey, yeah, actually, now the other thing too, Mark, is I don't know if you use anything like Discord. We actually do have Discord's the hot platform right now for a lot of the group stuff. I mean, I have it for the WISLUG group, FoxLug group, Brickworld's using that now, and then I created a group for the castle clashes. And we also have a group for like our critical bricks. So I mean, everybody's using it. If you have that Discord, we can get you right into that right away, and you'll see all our discussions on all our stuff we're doing. So something to think about if you got it. Welcome, Larry. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you like to build for anybody that might not have?
I'm Larry. I live in Colorado, and I build just about anything. I do a lot of mock building primarily, I would say. I mean, I'll build sets, but then I'll just take them apart and use the parts. I specialize in Deadpool.
Yeah. I hear you already have.
Larry.
End of story. Whose dog is snoring? Is that yours, Haley?
That's mine. They puppied super hard today.
I do.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Jude. Hi, Mark.
I hear you have
Hi,
already.
Ralph. Hi, Jesse.
I hear you already have a Chrome.
Hey, Larry.
A Chrome Deadpool already.
I do. Jude sent it to me.
Okay, I guess I'll have one then to put as maybe a configuration for some of the stuff I do, because I got the Mr. Gold companions, a chrome, and I still got to talk to him. I got to check Instagram and see. I still got to pay him. A chrome Deadpool, 2 of the cows, one for myself, one for Brickable Cow, and then I think the clear wind guy, which will be a nice guy for me. So.
Okay, so you have a chrome Deadpool, or is he like red chrome?
Yeah, the one that probably the one you got, because I'm getting it from Deadpool, because he was at that show showing them like last week, and so we're all like going, we're all losing our mind, and so I was like, well, yeah, I know a guy. I need the companions. I mean, they'll look good somewhere where only adults can see, but so I was looking at that stuff, but the Deadpool I didn't realize. Even though you said you had one, I said, yeah, just give it to me. I'll still buy one, so that if I do like a configuration of our guys somewhere on one of the displays, I've got, you, me, Jesse. I'll figure out what to do for Kevin and all that. And like I told Jesse, the shirts are in envelopes over here. That's these guys you can see kind of in the picture. They're in the envelopes. Yours and Jesse's are addressed. Hopefully Kevin will join us tonight later on, and I will get his address, and I'll get them mailed out this weekend. So, and that way we've got them for all upcoming shows, because I know Jesse and I have a show in April, and I don't know when the next show you have, but you can wear them. They look pretty nice. The next time I might think about seeing if I can get the logo a little bit bigger, but...
Well, you want us to wear this out in public?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm teasing.
Well, it's not red, so you probably might want to wear these.
Okay,
Come on now, you got to stick with the red. Represent.
No.
No.
How about no?
Plus,
yes.
These are a lot sharper than the red shirts anyway, so these people see us coming, they're going to know they're in for a treat, so.
Run, children, run for your lives.
Well, hopefully not them, but yeah, everybody else. That's kind of Larry.
Big pile
Larry's
of mess.
sporting.
Sort pile.
Is that your stuff, or is that stuff of your buddy?
Nope, that is my bulk 2 sorts. That is like half.
I like the table.
Yes, this thing right here. Everybody needs one of these, because then you can just and nothing flies off the table.
Yep. Because once when my pieces hit the floor, I don't see them for about a week.
No, that can't happen in my house.
That's usually
I might have some that I might not see for
and everything.
I got some I might not see for a year or so, because if they fall underneath those pallets and stuff, they are not going to get them.
Well, at least you know
that's really cool. I like that. Is that? Are you prepping some of our?
That's the last battle, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys are in the grove with the luminescent fungi everywhere. Violet colors.
Where's Reed's character? Because he said he died in the last matches.
Well, no, I didn't die. My internet didn't work, so I couldn't play. I didn't get to play.
Oh, okay. I thought your character. You said you perished in there.
I mean, technically, I probably could have, but I mean, I think I came close a couple episodes back. I kind of lost half my hit points, but they kept me alive. They knew how important a wizard was, or is, or can be.
Which is weird, because we did just fine without one last week.
Yeah, and that was a painful battle to watch. Trust me, I watched the whole thing.
Really. Even with my magnificent aim and...
What were you aiming at?
I don't know.
It obviously wasn't the barn, because you would have hit it if you were aiming at the barn.
Very funny. I was trying this no-look archery that I heard about.
Yeah. That worked. It worked really well.
That was...
It's either that or you're really bad dice. One of the
That was an abomination.
Oh, look at this. Ooh.
Yeah, this is different. So if y'all will probably remember from last week when I showed my face that the shelves were like back here. Well, now the shelves are on the wall, and the table that was hidden behind them is now. This is the future. This is the Ninjago City table.
Looking good, my man.
I like that a
I
lot.
like
There's a lot of there are a lot of things on it that need to be dismantled.
You have the old.
Hey, Con, I haven't even used my new bow yet.
One.
It's going to be a whole new ball game with the new bow, so you can cram
Yeah,
it.
I was trying to play from the chat. I was kind of hoping, but it didn't work.
The Temple of Verjitsu, that is going to be dismantled, but that's temporary because I want to rebuild it and make it like twice the size.
Yeah.
So eventually I'm going to get around to that, but it's got to go into storage for the time being.
Yeah, all he sees is Garfield.
Yeah, there is a lot of
Garfield.
Garfield.
I just see the Garfields in the background. That's
Yeah,
all.
there's also an Odie and a normal back there.
Oh,
Con,
those
you
are the
would
older
like
ones
Garfield.
too. They're not the. Oh.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Nothing wrong with Garfield.
Yeah, and then underneath,
I'm gonna.
there's just storage bins with
We
things.
could discuss that.
Right. Yeah, that's my room layout now, and hopefully it stays like that for at least a month.
You just need to get rid of the bed, stick the bed underneath the tables, and have the whole room covered in tables.
Yeah, honestly,
There you go.
We might leave that out for a while.
if I didn't have to sleep in here, I'd have a lot less problems.
Just need a Murphy bed that folds up into the wall. You'll be
There you go.
Yes,
Yeah, but
that's
then I have to
still
move
takes
the
up
stuff
room.
back.
That's true.
That still
that's
takes up
okay.
room. So if he has the bed underneath all his build tables, then you have like a little cage down there. And be okay.
Yeah, sleep on the floor. Put the mattress on the
All
floor.
right, TJ. It's time to go out and get that six-figure job with your new degree and get yourself a nice big house with a basement that you could just go nuts
Yeah.
in.
At the very least, I need a separate Lego room.
That or move into the
Yeah, you do.
basement. Just have your bed just go up into the ceiling, or your build table go up
Yeah.
to the ceiling. There you go.
Yeah,
Just
Johnny
the build
G
table goes
suggests
up to the ceiling. You just lay it on the bed when you're not sleeping, and when you're sleeping, you just roll up to the ceiling. There you go.
Johnny G is suggesting a lofted bed, and I could do that. I had that at school.
Hey, that's
But
not a bad idea.
Don't
You
they
can
have
do a
those,
hammock.
don't they have those bunk beds where you have like your desk underneath and
That's what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that might work. But,
Yeah, dude, you could have like your build table under the bed.
well, my build table's already out here. And it
Well,
has
I
to.
mean, you could.
It has
you
to
could move it.
accommodate all of this.
No, that's true. Well, you could have a work and sorting bench, and then your project table.
Yeah.
There's a
one
million ways to Lego, my friend.
Yeah, one day.
And then if you had one of those cool beds, you could build a fort. Because that's what I would do.
Blanket fort. Blanket fort.
My best friend growing up when we were like elementary school had a bunk bed, and man, that thing was everything from a pirate ship to a castle to whatever.
Well, looks like a lot of fun, Larry. Where'd all that brick come? Did you end up acquiring a collection or something?
I bought this from Ken.
Oh, okay.
He just had he's like, I got so much bulk. You want some of this? I'm like,
I need to
yep.
buy some of the stuff that Sean Kelly's got. I need to buy some of his. He's got a bunch.
I haven't. That guy. He
I haven't
went
seen him
dark
either.
again. Haven't heard from him.
He was going through that divorce. I haven't heard either.
No, I know, but that was like a year ago now.
Yeah, but I mean, it might have left a lasting impact. I need to talk to Jeremy, see if he's talking to him, because I messaged him on Facebook a couple of times, and Facebook's like almost like a deep dark hole there. There's a lot of people just don't watch that as well. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my impression when I met with him was that he wasn't looking at selling anything.
well, I
For a
know.
good price anyway.
Well, that's true too, but I mean, if I could meet him up somewhere, I'd take some and sort some for him and just say, okay, this is what I thought I would take as payment. Is that acceptable? If not, okay, half, okay. That's how I did it before. It's kind of worthwhile back in the day. So, but yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. You know, he was one of those guys that made the early trip to Chicago that one year. Him and Matt up in up north, up in Brighton area. I haven't talked to him in a while. Oh gosh, I can't think of the last name, but I know he's had a couple kids since then. So I mean, that, you know, just like anything else, that kind of plays a part too.
Yeah, don't have kids. Oh, jeez, that'll ruin your Lego habit.
Well, that's why I need to find like the wife that can handle as much Lego as I got. That would be the toughest thing right there. You know, once you have as much as some of us have, I mean, finding that person go like, oh my, without going, oh my God, every time they look at the Lego room, you know, that's the kicker. Like
yeah,
from fanboys,
you might need to find a Lego gal.
Like from fanboys where he just keeps yelling, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!" You know, fishy. Yeah, that's gonna be my part I got in Lugboat this year. My clear clip where I can have him swimming horizontally. Oh, I can put him. I did picked up another purple squirrel. Oh yeah, picked up a squirrel.
Put a squirrel. Don't make up a squirrel.
Well, I was digging through some of my old collections because some of the collections haven't been totally melded with the rest of the brick. They're all kind of separate by themselves, which is good. I need to probably figure out if there's truly total sets are complete in there, because that's where I think I put a lot of the value of my collection. But I found like a boatload of like, you know, the chrome, silver swords and javelin type things. So more stuff to add to a treasure room or sorts. Those otters are pretty cool. Almost as cool as the clear ones. You can't handle it. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. They're out there. They exist. We wouldn't have female AFOLs if we didn't have ones that enjoyed the hobby. They're out there. They're out there. What we got for time? We got 45 minutes. Can I build a dragon in 45 minutes? What do you guys think? 321 parts. Think I can build this in an hour, guys? Or 45 minutes?
You better be able to. We're going to take your AFOL card.
Oh, you know, I like talking and putting up the chat and, you know, whatnot. So, yeah. Preston, it is a show that we're doing, you know. And you're sorting. And TJ's pulling stuff apart. And Ralph's building. So in the end, it's one of those things where, you know, I mean, you don't have to see me do everything.
Yep, lots of building.
In the end, I might actually I was thinking the other day is the dragon wings. I wasn't going to use them on these dragons, but I might use them on a couple, and but remake them, make them like with that nice like the tiger's leopard skin or whatever that I used for my cape, and say that the bears killed a couple dragons by accident for their cape. Before they realized how useful they were. Oh, he's got an X-wing. Oh. I'll try at least get bag one done. Oh, and Haley, just so you know, too, they have the new added part to the names now. You can actually add stuff.
Oh, boy.
Something started echoing. Oh, it's gone. Now it's back. Now it's good.
Oh, this is This is my modified X-Wing. I had to modify it to make it actually look good.
Modified.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is that latest one, the 2021 version.
Okay.
And those of you who know about that set know that the front landing gear doesn't fold in; it just kind of sits there.
Well, that's
Now
dumb.
it does.
Oh.
And I know there were a bunch of people on YouTube or whatever. It's like, oh, you can modify this, but not without compromising the integrity of the front. It is possible.
It's gotta be
There's only-
possible. It's gotta
Yeah,
be
there's
possible.
only like a plate worth of stuff in here, but it is possible. I just pulled some useless stuff out that wasn't important. And then Astromech is just this now, so that it doesn't awkwardly stick out. I removed the spring-loaded missiles because those are dumb. And then the bottom landing gear, there's no easy way to make these fold in. So for flight mode, they just pop off. That way it can be, that way it can just be displayed, and you don't have to have the ugly landing gear sticking out.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's a good compromise for something at this scale. So
R5 made an appearance back in action this week.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. TJ, what are you thinking of The Mandalorian season 3 so far?
it's been all right so far.
No spoilers.
I will say that I've been much preferring Bad Batch. The
Really?
past couple weeks. The
I mean,
past,
the past couple
weeks.
of weeks have been good, especially the last episode.
The past
I'm
couple
like-
of weeks have been phenomenal.
I agree. I really liked them.
Before that, it was kind of
I was getting.
it was hit or
come
miss.
on. This
the
is
the
kinda
beginning
killing
of
me.
the season, and there was an episode somewhere in there, and then the episodes 7 and 8. Those were all good episodes of Bad Batch, but the rest of it was just I will maintain that this season's filler episodes are better than last season's filler episodes.
God, I wish they didn't have to have filler episodes. I mean,
Yeah, that's the
forget
the
the kids.
problem.
This is not supposed to be a kids show. This is adult cartoons, Star Wars related, but they gotta do those filler ones that are
yeah.
kiddish. I don't know.
Yeah, I do have some old Blacktron 2 stuff, to be precise, that I rebuilt.
Now this is not a spoiler. I mean, it's not spoiling anything. I really wanted to know about Crosshair's story arc,
Yeah,
and I'm glad we get to see him again
yeah,
because his is very interesting.
yeah. I agree. The Crosshair episodes have been top tier.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bad Batch,
I hate that one. I do not
yeah,
like
it's not that great.
That cockpit is ugly.
I think I found a modification that gives you more interior space, but even so, they should probably just get dismantled.
Are you caught up on The Mandalorian?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
I mean, Mandalorian's been good.
Well, it's tough at the beginning of the season. I mean, that first episode, they are kicking off like 6 different plot lines.
Yeah.
So they had to shove that all into one episode, and now we get to follow up with them like one at a time, or
So far,
Couple
I'm
at a
not
time.
unhappy with Mandalorian.
yeah.
Did they stay off of Tatooine? Because if they're still on
They-
Tatooine, I am not watching that show.
They
They're
were
Mandalorian.
there.
They're all over the
They're-
place.
They're
Yeah.
Mandalore.
Pick
They went to
another-
Mandalore, man.
They were at
Oops,
Tatooine. They were at Tatooine briefly,
Very briefly. For
but
a
it
hot
wasn't
minute.
for more than
To-
like
to
5
pick
minutes
up-
or whatever.
A favorite droid from the past with a bad motivator.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure they finished their Tatooine journey before they did the Mandalorian title thing. So,
Message your chat for you, Larry.
All right, do I need to come across the room? What? Eric's a sucker. No, I'm not going to go out and buy it, but I'd happily have it. I mean,
That's why I didn't buy any comics this week.
I'll excuse that.
what
Even
you
though
guys
you missed a Rick and Morty one.
You guys didn't
all
buy
right.
Riverdale?
What? No, I didn't buy it. Jesse did. I didn't.
You didn't buy Riverdale, Larry?
Riverdale. Rivendell.
If they made Riverdale, I'd buy that.
No.
The chocolate melt shop from Riverdale.
Are y'all gonna get the Jurassic Park sets coming out?
Probably not. I mean, they're okay.
I got a few dinosaurs, and I think I'm happy with that.
No dino love.
No, I love the dinos.
We get
We actually got some. We got our list of support brick, and there's some dinos in our support brick. I'm like,
You're out in Denver, right, Larry?
What's that?
You're out in Denver.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll probably be making a trip out there in
Velociraptor. Got it.
a couple months.
Well,
We'll show
young
off,
lady, you let me know when you're in town, and I will be happy to meet up with you for coffee or something, or show you some sites.
I know
Got
Ken is up there too.
Yeah, Ken lives right down the road.
Yeah, I really like that one for the dino because they have the markings on its its little fins.
Yeah, it looks painted better. I got one.
Haley, so right around, I mean, like,
And that's a decent Jeep too.
Almost quite literally right around the corner from me is Red Rocks Amphitheater. And in between my house and Red Rocks is Dinosaur Ridge. And you can just walk up to the side of this. Well, they put a road up and over this little, they call it the hogback, and it's just a, well, there's a ridge of mountains that go right along the Front Range, right to the west of Denver, before you get into like the big mountains. And it's a geologic phenomenon, because when this thing cracked and started jutting up, it was just the right layer to expose a ton of fossils, but also this vast, these vast plains of dinosaur footprints. So it's like up on the rock, you just see these footprints that are just going like, 100 feet or so of just, and multiple dinosaur footprints. It just fascinates me, because you're like, this is amazing, because this whole area, Colorado, was twice underneath a interior sea. And then it goes up, then it goes down, and right now we're up. And so a lot of cool stuff to see.
Yeah, I've been last time I was up there. I hit a bunch of the dino places in the area.
Cool.
Well, I still see the T-Rex, like the 4+ set with the old T-Rexes in it, and the sets are, I think it was like 50 originally. They're like 35, but I mean those sets. I mean, how cheap would they need to get for you to be interested because of the dinosaurs, Haley? 20, 25, 15?
Which depends on which dino.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's the T-Rex.
Right now, it looks like I'd buy the Triceratops. That's the only one.
Because the Triceratops comes with the Jeep that was half destroyed in that display set. And then the visitor
Oh, the one that
center.
was crushed. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can have
the
another one of those.
the
That's
4
good.
plus one comes with for the first time we get the Robert Muldoon pig, which is
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, it's like about time Lego.
Right?
But
Clever girl.
my only issue with that one, and we were looking at the piece count and the price, is the 4 plus is 137 pieces for $40, whereas the one with Newman in the little Jeep and the dyno,
Newman.
211 pieces for $20. So I don't know.
Do you guys remember that Newman was in Dirty Dancing?
It was?
He was. He was the announcer guy. He was the guy that called everybody for the dance lessons and the bingo and all that stuff.
Oh shoot.
He was very young. Yes, Bricklock, I've been water skiing on Horsetooth Reservoir. It's very cool. It's huge.
Is there another T-Rex Triceratops there? Read down right.
I was wondering if it's this one. Is this the 4 plus set maybe?
That's the 4 plus set from the last wave.
Well, maybe it's this one. It was a set. I think it was because this was 50, and I'd seen him at 35. But I mean, is that a dinosaur that would still be cool to have or not? If it got cheap,
The color pattern would make it stick out better than some of the previous dinos.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I always look.
Yeah,
I would look just in case they go on sale. If they go far enough on sale, I mean, sometimes they might be worth picking up.
Not that one. Look at the Triceratops one there.
This one here?
No, it's like 3 down.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one. Even the Jeep was a really nice build because you can.
So that's a different Triceratops too. Same mold.
We've had the brown one. We've had the olive green one. We've had that one.
That's the old set. That's the one that's been out for a while. I had that one, but gave it out.
That's the one that I know I don't have. So
I think we have like four different Triceratops now, including the new one coming out.
Triceratops was always my favoriteest dinosaur.
That one there is actually really nice with the dark red.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Walmart has that one marked down to like $35 right now.
We've got the. What we got here?
Is it time to roll for initiative yet?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
No.
I'm ready for those.
Coming.
I really like the new Indies hat because it's molded with the hair.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. We were looking at that one, and then I think we were looking if we finally get Sala in that one that has a mummy in the set too.
Yeah. Is that a mummy or is it like one of the zombie the skull people that pop out of the wall with the
I think it was
snakes
the one where Marion's stuck and all of them were all wrapped up and she got trapped in, got stuck in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then that one I like, it has the little quotes in the front.
I think this is one of the ones I actually got a good amount of money on that back in the old day. That's when I sold it.
The Golden Idol.
I think wasn't it? It was the one before was what was it? The I don't remember what they called it. Pursuiters. Yeah, I mean, cool.
And there was going to be a Temple of Doom set, but the internet is indicating that it's probably canceled.
Which I don't get.
Because it's horrific.
I don't know. And then there's also
What? No
Star
monkey
Wars
brains?
reveals.
No monkey brains?
Monkey
Lego
brains.
monkey brains.
No Lego monkey brains? Gotta have Lego monkey brains. Well, they don't have to do the temple itself. I mean, it could be something else.
They didn't even do the temple. It's just the section with the little, from pictures the little leak picture we saw. It was just the minecart scene again. And it had pretty much the same people from last
Two
Mm-hmm.
time.
tracks for the minecart.
Lame. God, I hate when that just.
Right.
Do better, Lego.
It ticks me off.
There were a couple Star Wars sets revealed this week, I believe.
There were.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Do we get another X-wing?
X-Wing.
Well, no. There's a rumor about a UCS X-wing, but
Oh my God.
Because we haven't had one of those yet.
what is that con?
I think we need a Death Star. You see what's
He's
another
muted.
Death Star.
There he is. There's the man. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Yes.
New 3.8 Creator 3-1. I got it because I wanted the astronaut. I wanted to build me a little astronaut guy.
Oh, that's
That's
a cool.
That's that astronaut guy. Because look, we finally got new stuff at the store.
Wow.
Yeah, we got all the January 1st sets finally arrived at Fred Meyer's. Yes.
Very cool. Oops.
Case at I've only seen those locked in the case at Walmart. And the guy was not going to stand there and let me do the feel up thing. He just gave me this look like I got other people to help. Grab the few that you want so I can take them to the register because you cannot walk around the store with them. They won't let you walk around the store with any Lego. You want you point
Oh
with
my
what you want.
gosh.
They take them to the front of the store.
That's
You
so-
go to the cashier. You go, "Hi, cashier. There's stuff behind the counter for me over there." And they go get it and they hang it up. This is ghetto land out here. There's so many. I mean, there are crackheads right outside the store. At every Walmart up here, there's a police car that parks on the curb at the entrance, and the cops
Like
are
blocking the entrance. Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
the cops are inside working the store as security. This way, they can arrest crackheads immediately. There's none of this employees that can't do anything because employees you cannot approach people, you cannot touch them, you cannot even if you know that I could grab something, stick it under my shirt, and an employee could not do anything to me as I walk out the door. They're not allowed to touch me, stop me in any way, whatever me. I can just go, "Excuse me," get out of my way, and just walk out the door.
That is super not awesome.
You know, so that's why the police are at the store, because the police can approach anybody and go, "Excuse me, sir, there's some shit underneath your coat." Okay? Would you like to go to jail? But the worst part is the corporations up here, if it's not like $2,000 or more at the time of theft, they're not going to do nothing. They're just going to go let it go.
Cool.
We make more in a day than that person is walking out the door with, is the thought of it all, you know. Plus, at the end of the year, if I have so much stolen, my insurance will cover a certain amount. You know, I get a certain, you know, so it's all part of the system. It's all part of the system too. So they're like, "Bring it." It's like, as long as you're not peeing in the aisleways, they're like, you know, they're not going to get too upset about it. I used to snatch things right out of people's hands because they were driving me crazy. They were like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, "What? That's mine. It ain't yours." I saw you walk because we have like known crackheads, and I would meet them at the door as they enter, and I'd be like, "Okay, I see you have nothing in your hand." So when they try to walk out the door with reusable shopping bags that they filled with stuff in the store, because that's what they would used to do. They would walk in the door, grab reusable shopping bags right off of your rack, fill it with Toys R Us merchandise, and then head for the exit. I mean, go, "This is my stuff." So I would just meet them at the door and go, "You have nothing in your hand." So when they come to the exit, I'd be standing there and go, "Give me my stuff." But no, you saw me at the entrance. You have nothing. I have you on camera. Give me my crap. They would just come when I wasn't there. Just like the people I would deny their returns. I'm like, "You stole that." "No, I'm not giving you money." "No, I'm not putting it on a gift card."
Wow.
Get out of here.
Maze.
But they would just come later when I wasn't there on shift, and that employee would just be like, bleep, 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 bleep. Here's your gift card, sir. Next. Well, it wasn't their job. It wasn't their job, and I'm like, do not confront these crackheads, kid. It is not your job. You just give them their whatever back. Okay? I do not need a crackhead going out after, trying to kill some 18, 19, 20-year-old kid that just wants a cashier job while they go to school. It's like, no.
Yeah,
You don't confront nobody. You call me on the radio, okay? But you don't do a damn thing.
Crackhead on the loose. Crackhead on the loose.
Uh-huh. Just send the other man.
Hey, John, what part of town are you in exactly?
But this was, I live in Briar, but this is up in Everett.
Okay.
I worked up in Everett. Everett is
but that's not where you live. Where are you living now in comparison to Seattle?
Type Everett crack cam, it will come up. There's a 24-hour a day Everett crack cam. I'm like 35 miles away from there. So it takes about half an hour to drive over there.
And so, what part of the state are you in now?
Oh, I'm in Western Washington. I'm just, Seattle I can spit on Seattle from where I live.
Oh, okay. Because I spent some time there when I was in the Navy.
In Bremerton? Were you in Bremerton?
No. I was actually stationed at Todd Shipyard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which it was like.
I apologize for the state.
Now, and if I only knew, man, because I was there from. Let's see, I showed up there. I want to say October. Hold on. I'm doing calendars and math. Hold on.
How long did you...
I lived there for just under a year.
Okay.
And this was like in 91. So if I had known, I could have gone out to some bars and caught Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden play in the clubs before they were even famous.
Before they were big, yeah. That's
why
when they got big, we're all up here, we're like, who?
What is this grunge you speak of?
I've seen that crackhead down the street. Why would I want to pay money?
Right.
To pay for that.
These hooligans are on stage.
Like
crazy rock and roll.
Kurt Cobain, my God, no. You know what a troublemaker that kid is? Why you all loving him?
Have you seen his girlfriend? Oh my God.
Yeah. We were not liking him up here. We're over that music.
No, so you know how you take the bridges over from Seattle proper over to West Seattle, and we go over to Alki Beach and everything. So I don't think it's called Todd Shipyard anymore, but it's the shipyards that are right in between there, right there in the bay.
They're still called that. They're owned by those people.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I did boot camp. Then I went to my technical training school, both in San Diego. Then they sent you to your ship, and it was like a Sunday night. I take my flight out, and I get picked up by my work center supervisor guy, and he asshole. He picks me up and drops me off at the entrance, like the gate to the shipyard, and doesn't even escort me to the ship. I think about that. I'm like, what a dick. I'm like, you couldn't have walked me to the ship, because I had to walk through basically like a ship junkyard to get to my ship.
It's an industrial.
And my ship was in. It had actually I want to say just a couple of weeks before, it had come out of dry dock. They put it on the water, but it couldn't even move under its own power. It was doing this major retrofit, and so they just pull it around the corner and moor it up to the pier. And the masts were gone. They were replacing the whole mast. So this thing looked like I don't know what. I mean, there was all of these cables, leads, ductwork, all this stuff coming off of the ship, and it was like all under construction. It was like I got dropped off at a junkyard. We lived on a World War II transport barge. that could not move under its own power. But because it floated and had a bunch of space, they put a bunch of beds in it, and this is what you slept in while your ship was out of commission. And I was just, I mean, I tried my hardest not to like cry myself to sleep that night because I'm like, what the F have I gotten myself into?
Like, were you guys doing any work on the ship yourself, or were they just doing the?
No, because it was like all the contractors were doing all the main stuff. What we did was clean.
Yeah, they should have
like
said it would be
24/7. We're cleaning up after people. Just like, you know, they couldn't just have like a construction site that looked like a construction site that was dirty and dusty and works happening. You just had to clean up after them every day, and they come in the next day and trash it, and you clean it up, and because we had nothing else to do.
They should have sent you to Whidbey, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the nice thing was, you know, when we had Liberty, it was during the summer. I spent the whole summer there, so the summer in Seattle is actually not bad.
Oh God, yeah. The sun comes out. The sun comes out.
The sun comes out for those 2 weeks.
It comes out and then it's, you know, there's sun all the way until September, and then it becomes rain. Then it's just rain from September until summertime.
Pretty much.
The longest day of the year, and that is as soon as it's the longest day of the year, that is when the sun will shine in Seattle, and then
pretty much.
Back,
I mean, it's still beautiful. I mean, I love the Pacific Northwest. It's gorgeous. I don't mind that it's, you know, it's wet. I don't think I want to live there though. I got some friends that live in Vancouver, Washington, and we've visited them a couple of times. It's like moss grows on every freaking thing around here. I mean, if you park your car longer than like 2 weeks, moss starts growing on it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I've plenty of moss. I have 3 different kinds of moss killing stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's a never ending battle. Yes.
Yeah.
But there's special roofs. We have special roofs that prevent the mold from growing all.
Yeah. So Mark says he was at Pearl Harbor. That's a catch-22 to be stationed in Pearl Harbor. A, you're in Hawaii, but B, you're in Hawaii. And you can't afford jack out in Hawaii.
Yeah, well, especially not on a sailor's pay.
No, not on a sailor's pay. I mean, unless you're an officer, but no, enlisted guys, forget about it. But, I mean...
found out officers have to actually pay for their own food on ship. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was just kind of like, excuse me, I gotta pay for that burger.
Yeah, I mean, they have to pay a very small stipend.
Right. But
one of my jobs when
traditional.
Yeah. Once the ship was up and operational and we left port and everything, I had to go, and one of the very first things you do as a fresh out of boot camp or fresh out of school sailor is you have to serve on the mess decks. And that sucks because you're, cleaning up after everybody. I mean, you're working you're working KP duty. You're cleaning trays and, I, however, totally lucked out.
How many rotations?
How many rotations?
How many?
Like how long you have to do that?
No, I mean for breakfast, because everybody doesn't eat at once. So how many times do you gotta set out breakfast, clean out breakfast, set up breakfast?
Oh no, it's
or is the mess hall big enough?
The mess hall was big enough. My ship was a destroyer, so it was somewhere between 550 and 600 personnel. And chow time was like a good 2.5 hours. And yeah, if you wanted to, you could stand in line and get, first dibs. And, you had a good chance that they wouldn't run out of something, which was a problem. But, I mean, you just made do. But we had 4 meals. When we were at sea, we had 4 meals a day. So we'd always have the mid-rats, they called it. Midnight rations. And they would open up the kitchen and they would have, like, stuff that they could, like, heat up in a chafing dish. They didn't, like fire up the grill or anything, but they'd have hot food, and we'd have, they, whatever, they have hot dogs or sandwiches or whatever. But yeah, they had 4 meals a day because the ship was always running. And if you were up in the middle of the night standing your watch and you're on duty, then
you were on alert. Yeah, if you were on alert. Mm-hmm. My mom still calls it midnight chow if we eat anything past 10 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, midnight chow. Yeah, so I was fortunate. I didn't have to work in the kitchen. I got to work in the wardroom, which is the officers' mess, so to speak. And that had some really good privileges, but it also really sucked because you had to kiss ass. I mean, you were. It was almost like the servant royalty dynamic between officers and because we were enlisted and we had to serve all the officers. Well, one of my jobs was to clean the captain's cabin, the XO's cabin. He's second in charge, for those of you that don't know that term. He's like, officer. Yeah, he's the Riker of the ship. Mm-hmm. Number one. They both had their own private staterooms. In fact, the captain had 2 staterooms, one for when he was in port and one for when he was at sea. And the in-port cabin, also known as the Commodore's cabin, because tradition, they don't have Commodores anymore, but it was like the only place on the... I mean, it was the only bedroom on the ship that actually had a queen-size bed and an office living room to watch TV and a conference table, and the only place on the ship where liquor was stored, but that was only for when dignitaries came on board. But there was this one night when, Johnny, I'm not selling you on Jack. So I had the keys to all of their staterooms because I had to, they were always locked if they weren't there. Yeah, doing all the laundry. Yeah, I was in charge of taking out all the officers' laundry too. That was awesome. Here, take my underwear and go have it cleaned. Yeah, cool. Well, thank you, sir. May I have another? But there was a night when I came, and we were in port. When we're in port, all the officers have houses out in town. They don't live on the ship like a lot of the enlisted guys do. So we were in port for an extended period of time, and our captain, these guys just disappear. And it was a weekend night, so captain wasn't even going to be on the ship. I just went ahead and made myself at home in his cabin. I was so drunk that I decided I'm going to just go freaking sleep in the captain's cabin tonight. And I did. I went and had a good night's sleep, a nice big queen-size bed, and I woke up the next morning and what the... How did I get so drunk I made this poor decision? I did. It was pretty damn awesome. I would have been busted. Oh my God, would I have been busted? But totally got away with it.
So you got away with it. That's what you're saying, right? That's what you're saying.
Totally got away with it. I am confessing.
What you're confessing to right now. All right. FBI, please take note.
That's kind of like my best Navy story that is, fun time. My best drunk Navy story. That's my best drunk Navy story.
Right. Your best Navy story you can't tell in mixed company.
No, I cannot. There's a list of those.
It happened in a foreign port.
Absolutely.
Did you ever?
The laws of that country do not. I went all over the place. I probably my 2 favorite ports were Hong Kong and Sydney. But I think I visited 14 different countries when I was in the Navy. A lot of them, Moto. Whatever, dude. A lot of them we visited more than once, like Bahrain. A lot, because this was during Desert Storm and Desert Shield, so we visited a lot of Middle Eastern countries multiple times. Bahrain is actually a major port. It's an island within the Persian Gulf, and there is a ton of shipping traffic that goes out of there. But also, there's a pretty good U.S. Navy and military presence there. And it's a very westernized Middle Eastern country. Some of the best Mexican food I've ever had was in Bahrain. Because they had this Mexican restaurant there. They also had a plethora of like English pubs. And so we frequented those. And a lot of shopping. I mean, my gosh, you want to talk about money. That part of the world, there's so much money. The gold shops are what blew me away. You'd have these little tiny shops, and they were just stacked with gold. I mean, a lot of the coaches out there really love their jewelry and just lay it on thick. Gold, 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 gold.
Jesse, are you going to head out here and get ready for?
Oh my gosh! It's time to roll.
I'm creating a banner, if that's okay. That'll say something.
Cool.
Well, who's coming over to watch D&D? If you come, you can't make fun of my aim. Okay.
Well, we got 12 people watching here, so I'm guessing probably most of them will probably hopefully at least watch for a little bit.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna head out because I need to charge up the AirPods and
okay, sounds
take
good.
a potty break, and we'll see you over there.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Night, Larry.
Bye, Larry.
Bye, Larry.
Hey, Con, did you see the thumbnail for tonight? It's got you actually can see part of your head up there. Part of the.
I heard there was a J picture that was drawn.
Oh, there was. Have you not?
Yeah, that was last week.
Have you not seen Jay?
No, I did not. No. I saw plenty of Hinkle streams last week. He kept coming on.
No, the thumbnail really looks really good. Good read. Really.
Yep. Jesse will probably eventually add TJ and whoever else he continues to draw. So here we go. Here is the great TJ.
All right. It does look like him. That Kevin Hinkle can draw. That's got to be your new
might have to
icon.
redraw me then.
You got to shrink it down and put it in the circle thing, Jay.
He needs to switch out the green hoodie for a blue hoodie.
Well, I wear green, blue, and red. So it's all of them.
Well, Titanium Jay has he's the blue ninja.
Yeah, but my sig fig is green.
Oh.
The casual, because searching for a hoodie piece or a hoodie print that matched what I wear in real life.
Mm-hmm.
The Lloyd from the Ninjago movie CMF / the Ninjago City Chase set matched it the closest. So
yeah, that's a good one too.
You're right. That'd be an
so
easy
green ended up being the color.
All right, I'm gonna head out and start the next show. There's a ticker. Hope to see you guys there.
Hi, Jesse.
Good.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye.
See you in a bit. Fun. Well, that was one of those foreign crafts that the Crocs have stolen. Interesting. Got a little Star Wars twinge to it. It looks like.
Yeah, that's the Star Wars Marauder.
I've seen the Star Wars, but the castle-looking thing looks like that. What's it? Lord. Started with the V. Shoot. It was part of the castle line. It was like a dark fortress.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple croc sets that Krug's Hideout or something. There was a croc.
There's a croc.
There was a couple. Yeah. There was a couple.
So this right here is the croc headquarters.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see the teeth now.
Yeah, they're a little hard to see at that angle. And then back over here, there's a speed oars trail. And then back here's a couple of those speed oars. I don't know what you want to call them. They look like croc heads. They're kind of like little garages for the speed oars. So there's two of them back there.
Well, let's see here. Okay, so we got about 3 minutes. Oh, maybe this is it. Let's see here. Present. Share screen. Window. I think, is this what's based on maybe the Croc Swamp Hideout?
That would be it, except I've extended the back of it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, there were some good ones. Well, I found these the other day, my Rings of Fire.
I think there was a.
Yeah, I thought about using the Rings of Fire for portals, but I decided to leave that alone.
Well, I'll have rainbows, but yeah, I probably need to deck mine out a little bit. Yeah, that is a pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'll do the backside of a portal, basically. So, yeah, I had a few of these. I had a few. There's that croc jump that's got your sweet looking speed oars that glows in the dark. I have two of these. I have two of them. I found two. So.
Just two, huh? I'll have to buy them off.
Let's see.
You don't need them.
I had 3 skunks, which was kind of nice. Which is the one I bought 10. I had 10 of Jungle Gates, probably because I thought the arches would be cool or whatnot. So, in the end, I might open it for the lion.
I got a bunch of those cheap. They went on clearance at Walmart. They were ridiculously cheap. They were like $4 a piece. So.
See, I already know this is wrong. This has got to be at least 3.
Yeah, I don't have any of those. Now I've got their vehicles for the wolves.
Oh. Yeah. I don't have
Legend beasts.
I don't have many wolves. I got saber-tooths, and I got. Let's see, what else do I got? There's the other lion base. Actually, let's say I have.
There's a lion base.
I don't know if I still have that. I had it. I might have sold it to somebody. It might have 2 of these. I got 2 of the Surveyor Sabertooth, 3 of the live Lavels because it's got the Mungus.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I would have loved to have some of this stuff. The Frozen Fortress would have been really interesting to see what that would have been. Except that was a Speed Oars 12. So that might have been something for the Ice Bears eventually, because the Ice Bears didn't get any Speed Oars. So I don't think, anyways. I have to go back and look and study. But okay, that's good. That's good enough for now. We got under a minute left of Friday Night Bricks 253. And following this, we'll be doing the D&D. As you can see, I've already got my dice. My dice thing is already ready to go.
Dice Tower, right?
Tower. Yeah, I got to rebuild it.
An LED strip on that dice tower.
Yeah, I got to rebuild it. This one I built kind of quickly. I'm going to rebuild it more kind of like Larry's, but kind of
taller.
He took my white already. He took my white, so I'm going to have to use a different color. I'll have to use a trans color.
Yeah,
not clear, but something. So, okay, here we go.
Are you sure you can afford that?
Yeah. So here we go.